All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Within the Pixels. My name is Bert Blevins, and today what we're going to be talking about, something near and dear to my heart, is sharing admin credentials. Now, we all know how this starts out. Typically it's a shared, it's a service account. Then it's shared out, and then multiple people know the password to it, and then it just collects dust. The password collects dust and it carries on its life cycle, rarely ever changing the password because we don't want to interrupt anybody's activity that's who's actually using that particular credential. So it's a disaster waiting to happen if you really boil it down to that. So the reasons are, and some of the key concepts around this are, it's just basically zero accountability for when you use that. So basically you're using the password with no traceability back, except for maybe event logs and so forth. But a lot of the problem has already occurred at that point in time, or the usage has already occurred at that point in time. So it's something to consider. No accountability. And if a breach happens, goodness forsake, that during somebody's using it, who's responsible actually? There's no way to look at the audit log and see who actually accessed it, the secret, and exposed the password and so forth, things like that. So considering those types of elements into the reasons why it's just a bad idea to have shared admin accounts. Some of the ways we can mitigate around this is using and employing a checkout and check-in type of workflow around the credential. This would isolate it to the actual user who's using it for a certain period of time, and then when they check it back in, two things can happen: either after a set period of time, or they manually check the secret back in, the credential back into the vault, would be where the password is rotated automatically right there. This eliminates another attack vector. Again, one of the very first points I brought up is just the password never changing. So if you're rotating that password after every use, very good way to keep the attack vector down on these particular vaulted privileged accounts. So one of the other things you can do, because you may have vendors, contractors, outside resources that are needing a shared credential for a variety of reasons. So make sure they're coming through a PAM solution, and then that PAM solution does employ and factor out the time use of these credentials. So it's not unlimited time. Basically, they can check out a particular credential for a period of time, then isolate it, bound, and maybe they can even time bound it around, like they can only use it between Monday and Friday between the hours of 8 and 5 on their time zone. So or whatever time zone is specified. Those would be ways to kind of mitigate the actual attack surface here, and make sure that when you're actually having to use shared admin credentials, that you do have a plan in place for it. So, yay, sharing is caring. That is a fact, except when it's admin credentials. So, thank you for watching, and have a great day.